and welcome to Shrimp Does Things. And today I wanted to take a step back. And I wanted to look back into my Punk Hazard list. This was a lot of fun, and I actually think there's possible success here. And I just kind of wanted to get back into it and try it again. And make some edits this time around. There's a few things I didn't like about it. Mainly Newgate, because this card is really strong to set up, but it's also kind of weird to set up because I don't I don't really like this card. I struggle to really like this card in a lot of decks, especially this one. I really feel like Beckman and Rayleigh are just better at what it does, and it's kind of a brick that doesn't get played. Even in my Whitebeard list, it didn't come up often, and I had a lot less power reduction in that list, so maybe it just isn't good for it. But I think I want to try like Jozu to bounce the Virgos. I just think in a starter list, Josu gets a lot more value. And then, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bricks. And 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bricks. I think I can actually afford to just cut bad manners in general. And we can run another UFO. And maybe another Mulgun? That sounds risky. Between Lucky Roo and Cavendish and how playable these two cards are, I don't think it should pose much of a problem. So here, I'm actually going to rename this list to just Home Vivi, and we're going to delete this deck file and save it as this. And yeah, let's try out some games and see. Let's see how it feels. I'm interested. I really think this list has a lot of potential, and I think between this and Whitebeard, as much as I enjoy playing Whitebeard, I think this is the list that's going to be more successful overall. But yeah, let's check it out. Right, here we have a pretty intense matchup. We're gonna go second Zoro, so I'm not feeling great, to be honest. We'll mulligan. No Virgo's kind of rough here because we don't have a guaranteed way to find law for we don't have a guaranteed way to find law for 7 or 6. What is Virgo? I think I'm actually going to play it next turn. Yeah, we'll play it next turn. So I can just leader effect into double Virgo to find law. And that realistically should guarantee we find it on curve. I can swing into that at least. There's that. Cavendish, Tashigi, I only have both in hand. He's gonna have a lot more swings later, so I'm going to 2k this while I can. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna counter this Hiyori swing. I don't think he'll be able to, so that's nice. And then my turn. If we can find law on 6, I don't think this will be bad. And if not, we do have Jozu in our back pocket to bounce a Virgo. Let's get generally good value out of it. I'm gonna take UFO here, just for some late game power reduction. This rush. There's our law. Kill that. Virgo again. That's a whiff. That's rough. Yeah, we'll do that. That's someone who just bomb deck 3 of our Mulguns, which is hard. He gets Cavendish on curve here. Probably not Tashigi. Yeah, I don't know if I can warrant playing Law next turn. That's fine. Okay, if I play Law, he can play Tashigi for 5. And he has 2 Dawn left. He can swing 7. He can swing like 7-11 into it, dude. That's so bad. Right? That might actually be wrong. I don't know. Yeah, 5 for Tashigi, attach 3 here, that's 8. Then he has 2 Dawn. He puts 1 here, that's 7, and then he restands 2 and put 3 here, and swing 11. Oh, that's not good. That's rude. I might just the Jozu here. And I can Law next turn, maybe. Jozu's still eating like a 10k swing, but I can kind of do something about that. I should have swung Virgo first, that's my fault. I didn't even think about it. He does replay Cavendish, that's good at least. I can afford to kill that next turn. So I can Rayleigh here. Or I can Law. The problem is I think Law is just really going to just consume a swing as soon as he comes down. So I think I'm actually going to opt for Rayleigh. Actually, I could Law and Dragon number 13. That's not bad. I don't know why he's counting this swing. That seems wrong to me. I'm actually going to opt for this. And then Law combos into our Rayleighs and stuff really, really well. If he has Mihawk here, though, I think this game's just cooked. I don't think there's much we can do about Mihawk. Actually, well, I don't know. I guess that's not true. We can UFO it down to 4, and then like Rayleigh -3 to one of these guys, and -2, and then kill it, and then swing into the one and kill that, probably. If it's just gonna be this, that's fine. Although we're absolutely eating these swings at life, and that's not good. Sure. Okay, so Rayleigh just became irrelevant. That's fine. Yeah. Rayleigh's still good next turn, because I can go -3, -2 KO and wipe his board. But it's expensive to play. Right to defend for. People are going to go for it, though. I think getting rid of his board here is just going to be really important. I don't need the pop leader effect here because I can just play a dragon instead. Unless he saves this for some reason. If we can turn this around. See, this okay, so this is Mihawk's fine now. Mihawk's not an issue now. That's an issue now. This play will take it. Yeah. Yeah. What's our line? This sucks. I need another blocker at least, so that's gonna be 4 Dawn. That means I need more Dawn than I have. Yeah, I think this game's just over. I don't think this matchup's very playable. I really wish I had swung I killed this Piranha Archer earlier. I can really. Well, this isn't. The issue is that this isn't rested. If this was rested, I could do something. But because it's not, he just leaves. That's fine. He wins. Um. Yeah, like I still think my best line is like UFO. UFO sucks though because you can just swing 15-15. So I can't block because you can just restand. Yeah, I don't think there's much I could do there. If Zoro continues to be really good, I might have to tech in like the 4-cost Shanks blocker to help with the matchup, but we'll have to see how OP13 looks. But this is not looking good currently. But yeah, let's move on, I guess. All right, here's Rayleigh. We're going first. Virgo. Actually, I think I'll take Sanji here. We can drop 1 on 3, then we can rush 1 on 5, which is really good. And then on 7, we can drop Law. We have a decent curve here, actually. This did win the regionals recently. That was nice. It was cool to see Rayleigh win. I think Rayleigh's a really cool deck, and I enjoy watching it get played, even if I don't understand it myself very well. Gets Luffy, okay, so yeah. That's fine. We're not doing much of anything different. This isn't really like an aggro plan so much as an anti-aggro. I want to have bodies to deal with his early on. We were playing this on 7 and playing this on 9 with Rush, just removing his board after. Yeah, sure, fine. Yeah. Do your thing, dude. Do your thing. Lock in, bro. Okay, sure. Whatever Mulgun here, they could just get more bodies on the field. These can trade into his guys pretty well. Then I can Beckman. Actually, I can also just Jozu next turn. Jozu's not unrealistic. Yeah, I don't think Jozu's actually bad. Observation or miniature. This is an 8K swing. Is this 5? And then what, he pops this, 5, 7. And then this gets plus 2K, and he adds 1 here, so it's becomes 7, and it's 8, so 5, 7, 7, 8. I'm probably going to eat the next 3 swings. So, we'll chopper this one. Is he not doing what I just said? He's passing? He didn't even swing leader. He's leaving 1 active? Jeez. I think I'm still going to Jozu this turn. I like Jozu because I can get rid of a body and get the Searcher back in hand. And I can replay the Searcher or something. I get the feeling this is going to be... Like, so this is done up for, like, something like Conquerors. So swinging 7 here doesn't really matter. Yeah. Because he still gets out of it for 1 card. So we'll go Jozu, bounce, play Virgo. And grab Dragon number 13, put one gun to the top, and pass. The next turn we have Beckman Rush or Law Rush, depending on what his field's like. Sure, and that's fine. We have to expect we replay the Luffy. That's not a Sanji, though. I'll take it. What's he search? Uh-huh. 2 cost Sanji? 3 cost Sanji? Yeah, sure. Yes. That's a lot of laws. I do think we're gonna go Beckman here, though. Law plus Dragon's kind of nice, though. See, I really want to get Law on the field. I also just want to remove a body. Let's get Bleeder Effect this turn, we'll just get Dragon. This is one of those matchups where we need to play our blockers, and because they're 2 costs, we kind of lose value on Leader Effect often. But luckily, since our main card's a 6, we can Law Leader Effect's Dragon, so it's not terrible. Armament, King Kong Gatling, sure. Bow was a little scary as a card, frankly. We'll give a 2k and a Law. We don't need this many. They'll all be good next turn because we can play it and probably swing into most of these bodies. Realistically, I'm probably going to go down to 2 life here. I don't see myself going down to less than 2 life. Yeah, that's a 10k swing. 10k at Jozu? Sure, that's fine. Law can just replace him and kill these 2 bodies. If he has Mulgun, I could be in trouble, I guess. Whiffs thing. Has he been revealing Mulgun to me? No. Sure, that's fine. Yeah, that's pretty good. What? Minus... I'm still gonna go Law here. Rayleigh's good, but I want to establish Law earlier rather than later. There's no way you're saving this. That's crazy, dog. We'll go 6 into 4. This should kill it. Yeah. We'll play our Dragon will pass. Rayleigh's really good, but so is Law, and having Law on the field is just... This removes a body every turn. Yeah, sure. You can't Mulgun Law. Well, I mean, well, no, he definitely can, actually. It'll bring it down to what? A 0,000 power body? Just what I'm looking for. We have more Beckman Rush in hand. We have really Rush in hand. We have Beckman Rush in hand. He's running out of bodies to play. That's what matters. If he wants to Mulgun my Law, it's going to cost him pretty heavily, I think. We'll give Tama and Law just stay as much life as we can. A 0k body is a 0k body, but you won't be able to kill it because I can just block. Sure. No. No. Cavendish is nice here, actually. I don't mind Cavendish at all. Yeah, we're gonna... Well, okay, we're gonna start with this. This. Ooh, that's rough. He leaves! We win. So realistically, what happens from here? He top decks into Nami. He searches what looks like nothing really relevant. Maybe, what is this? 5 cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This Zoro is at least 6 cards down, so realistically he's grabbing a Sanji or a 4-cost Luffy, so he's not really playing anything next turn, and then we can just lock her up or Mulgun this guy and we just kill his board. And I think we just win the start game here. But yeah, GG's. Let's move on. Alright, here we have Bonnie, which is traditionally a pretty good matchup for us. I'm going to keep because of their game bodies. This one could be a bit worse than normal because of our lack of a proper boss option, I guess we'd call it. Next turn could be Mulgun. Yeah, I like Mulgun here. I guess we can swing 6 first. We probably trash Sanji. Oh god. Faster. Worst thing this turn would be like Carrot, I think. Okay. I swear, dude. I couldn't make this up if I tried, and trust me, I would. This is hilarious. We're gonna go here. Probably Virgo search and then yeah. Grab Law, puts the top, and then Carrot, then pass turn. Five to 5 is whatever. We have Dawn Whip next turn. Dawn Whip goes kind of crazy, to be honest. This card, or sorry, not Dawn Whip. I keep calling this Dawn Whip, don't I? This is not Dawn Whip. This like screams KO Shanks to me, but I'll give it Lucky Roo, I guess. This card's really easy counter fodder for me. Kid, oh my god, we're so in, dude. Oh, this guy's cooked. Oh, he has no idea what's coming. Dawn. I'm gonna hit bro with Dawn Whip. Actually, I might hit bro with Dawn Whip. Actually, I think I prefer Rayleigh. So I can go, what, Dawn -3, Dawn -2 KO. And this is still a 5k body after, and I get a bunch of swings off into it. Mulgun's pretty good. Actually, I'm really liking UFO. I think I called Dawn Whip again. Oh my god, I'm insane. Yeah, I'm really liking UFO. This being just 2 Dawn for -4 is really good. And on top of that, it's searchable. And it has the niche secondary effect that I don't care much about, but it's still good. I think this is way too early to play Kid, but also it could just be out of other options, which is understandable. his mid game got kind of ruined, so his late game was significantly weaker. Okay, bro, sure, yeah, you got him, you got him. You're gonna hate what I do next turn. He didn't rest Kid, which is interesting. I think, okay, he leaves. We can kill Kid this turn. I was gonna go Law. Yeah, I would've gotten Law. Well, actually, so like, ideally, I would have gone Law because I would have misplayed. But ideally, we just go Donwit Beckman and kill this while we still can. And then just swing Cavendish and draw 2, trash 1. And after this, we just kind of win. He has like Hody, but once we have another Beckman on field and we've removed his only relevant body, he's just out of stuff. And that's just kind of the game. That felt really good. He didn't. I don't know. I thought it was kind of early for this. I feel like he should have played Hody instead of Kid, but Hody just didn't do much in the position either, and it does suffer from also just getting hit with with UFO and Rayleigh. This UFO is really good. I don't know. Without running 10 cost Shanks, like UFO feels a lot better because it has that kind of nice power reduction. With how many things in this meta can't be removed, this card comes up a lot more. Similar to Rayleigh, where like, yeah, I can't always remove the 6k body, but reducing it and then forcing the removal protection effect, that's usually resting a blocker or resting something or trashing the character itself, which still gets you value out of the removal, quote unquote, even if it's not the way you wanted it to, per se. You just get the nice power reduction on top of that to swing into. But yeah, Bonnie still feels really good as long as you see your mid-game curve. You don't actually need Law for this matchup very much. It doesn't seem to be very strong. You just kind of do what you normally do. But yeah, GG's, let's move on. Alright, here we have a Nell, which has kind of always been a pretty Vivi favored matchup. This is a really good hand, by the way. We do have... This might be a little weird, I don't know. It really just comes down to what he sees, I guess. 10 cost to Nell is kind of scary, but we have options to remove it, especially with this Law. And I think our dragons are going to come in clutch if we can find them. But yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah. I think if a deck like this became more meta relevant, you could start teching in 10 cost Shanks in this Josu slot. Or maybe in the 2 bricks I added. Oh, dude! Who runs this? Who runs this card? Okay, I swear, every time I record a video, these yellow decks are just Lucci disguised. Like, my Cavendish never sticks. Okay, so if Cavendish is not sticking, maybe Marco's worth adding. And that's an interesting thought. If Cavendish isn't getting a lot of value, maybe it's worth just running Marco instead. I can take this turn to develop another Law, which would actually be really strong. Yeah, then I think we search. UFO would be good. This guy has a lot of bosses. Am I willing to swing this one? I don't think so. He's gonna pass. The only issue is if he plays, like, if he doesn't... Because he's not on low enough life to really warrant playing like a boss here. Sure. That sucks, by the way. I have removal protection. It's pretty cool. Let's go this -2. Then we can Beckman out. Is he just gonna eat these? I'll get him down to 2 life right now. And then we have to go Dragon here, so we can stop at 10 costs. We can stop a really big swing at Law. These Laws, having 2 of these is actually really, really vital on field. Beckman, and then I can do this and pass. One of the interesting things I'm noticing is that the more I play these lists, the less I feel like I'm getting a lot of value out of Vivi's leader ability, whereas I'm just getting value to the cards I run. which isn't bad. It's not like the deck isn't good, but it's definitely a different expectation compared to what I'm used to, I guess. I feel like Vivi used to be a lot more about the lead ability and just getting the rush and draw, but now I feel like a really, really heavy control focused deck, and most of my game plan is just stalling out and playing my various control options in each color. He countered that, right? Yeah, trash Sabo, sure. I'll do this, draw a card, and then pass. As long as we can keep both these laws up, we should be fine. Can I save this? No. Yes. I don't think he should have swung my life there. I don't think I'm low enough to warrant that quite yet. I can just swing into this, to be honest. I can get down to 7, and then 5, and then 3. He partially countered for some reason. He was just a misclick, that's fine. An R7, no target. I probably shouldn't have swung there, but it is what it is. Fine, I got a card out of hand, I guess. I'm actually going to stop this one, I think, because I really want this law to stick. I have more removal in hand. Oh, did I misdo my math? Oh, crap. I actually play the start game now. I shouldn't have done that. I'll go 9 into 9. I can go 7 into 7, actually. If I can kill this Enel with like minimal commitment, I'm in a really good spot. But I want to be able to play a blocker this turn, I think. I guess I just trashed this now. Well, I guess that works. If that's the case, let's obliterate this. That's right. He's on 2 life, so he doesn't do a whole lot of healing shenanigans here. But we have double Mulgun. What is this card? No. Stop. Okay. That's why people are not actually reading the cards I'm playing. Do I ever bounce a law? I don't think I'm ever bouncing a law. I think this turn I'm just swinging. Maybe getting him down to 0. I think I'm actually going to swing with the Jozu without an effect, so we'll go 7, 7, 7, 7, 9. Use no character. Use no character. Is he dead? Oh, it's that trigger. Dragon is insane. I love this deck. So I do expect it now to be really popular if Blue Purple gets banned, because Blue Purple's really his only matchup, and he's incredibly good in the Green Zora, which is why I included him. Also, I can't find a yellow kid, so this was kind of a additional throw-in. These 6-cost laws make this matchup feel incredibly consistent. Yes. So this just dies, right? I can go 9-7 and Mulgun, so we'll just go 7 lead minus this. I can Cavendish rush after, which is good. You won't need really. Yep, GG's. Yeah, that felt really good. These laws are really strong into these matchups. Actually, they're strong into the matchups I wasn't expecting them to be, which is one of the more surprising things. I was not quite expecting them to be good into the tall decks. I was actually expecting them to be good more into the wider decks where you can swing 7 to a 5 and it turns into 7 to a 3, which is functionally guaranteed. But I guess with the addition of Gum Gum UFO and the amount of chump blockers we have to defend them, this card's actually pretty good. Yeah, yeah, actually, I like this. This card's really strong, and I like that they're searchable too. This Punk Hazard list actually has quite a lot of merit. I'm pleasantly surprised. But yeah, let's move on. And I think I wanna maybe go back to the deck building process a little bit. Yeah, let's go to the deck builder. All right. So, what's good and what's not here? I have mixed feelings about Cavendish, to be honest. I think with the addition of stallier decks, because I'm pretty sure most people by this point expect a blue purple Luffy ban. I think very few people expect blue purple Luffy to remain, and I think even if he does, I don't know if Cavendish is really worth. Honestly, I feel like there's a lot of removal for him, especially with Green Zora. Like if you play him on 4, he's just gonna get to Shiggy on 5, and swing at least 8 into. Like you can defend that, but it doesn't feel good. I wonder if it's better to just run Marco. The PRB02 one. This card's also really strong, and this just has the on KO effect instead of being a one attacking. You do lose some pressure, but I guess with the removal style of the deck, it's kind of okay. So yeah, let's try cutting this here. And I think we could also run the OP12 Shanks blocker. This one. But this does run its own issue of you're competing with Marco, and then we lose our turn 2 draw power. So maybe it's not worth it. Is there any Punk Hazard cuts we can make? I wonder if Green Zoro is just kind of a jank matchup. We're not gonna be able to win with a list like this. But I don't know, maybe Kamakura, I guess. This is actually a really good card into Zoro, but I fear we wouldn't have the Dawn for it late game. So maybe something else. Though I don't think that something else is going to be in Punk Hazard at the moment. There's also still Monet. This is an interesting card I'd like to run, but I don't think it's going to be worth it. I do like UFO. I would... Honestly, I want to run the Shanks. This KO Shanks is really good in this list, theoretically, because Law is a free minus 2k, so you can just kind of shoot all the bodies on play. But I feel like your removal kind of combos well within itself, that it shouldn't be a problem to remove them. Marco does have a nice defense. I wonder if there's anything else. Maybe 4 of Rayleigh over a Gum Gum UFO. Rayleigh. How many social targets do we have real quick? 4, 8, 10, 14, 18, 21. We can go down to 20. We can go for Rayleigh. And that gives us more Lucky Root fodder. This Lucky Root blocker is not as good as Marco, I don't think, but this I still think is the best 4-cost blocker spot we have. I wish maybe you could drop this for more searchable 2-cost blockers, because there is, I want to say, yes, Scotch, which is a Punk Hazard chump blocker, as well as Dragon. If you wanted more searcher targets, maybe you could cut here, but I feel like this card's really good late game. You're just trying to sustain, and you get to cycle up the big guys. So yeah, we'll continue from here and see where this list gets us. So yeah, back to some games. Alright, I've located a yellow kid. Let's try it out. This curve seems pretty good. You have Marco into Law. This should be a matchup where Marco's good, because not only does it take away like his swings, or reduces the power of them, at least, we get to draw if he KOs it, which is the kind of the issue I was running with Cavendish, was they would kill it, and it wouldn't draw me cards before it swung. But at least if they kill this, I still get a lot of value out of it. That's good. Do we counter this? Do we take this? He doesn't have hand punish. I think I want to take this. Ooh, Mulligan's good for later. 2 for Beige. Beige is actually a big problem in this matchup now that I think about it. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I guess I already knew it was a problem, but it's not one I think about often. Yeah, see? So normally Cavendish would just die. But now Marco dies, and we get to draw 2, which is great. This is awesome. If he swings 8 here, we can 2k 2k and set up Law next turn, which is good. He swings 5. We'll give Virgo. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing this guy's name correctly. I'm saying like Virgo. Yeah, it might just be Virgo. I think Virgo would be spelled differently. We just dropped 6 and Law and pass. Next turn we can remove a 9k with Mulgun, which I'll probably end up having to do. That's a... Oh, we can't, because Beige exists. Uh-oh. That's okay. Yeah, we're gonna Rayleigh this Beige next turn. We're gonna Rayleigh the crap out of this. -3, -2, KO. 7 lead? Yeah, 7 lead. Another -2, I guess. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. Next turn we can go... I was thinking he's gonna play a big dude here, so we can go Law Effect, -2, Mulgun into Marco? Actually, maybe Mulgun into Lucky Root. So draw 2 cards instantly rather than draw like 2 cards later. I need to dig for more removal. This is one of the things I find kind of weird about these combo lists that I'm not used to. Like, normally, like, oh, find 10-cost Shanks and just nuke a dude. He's not seeing his bosses. Admittedly, I think this is worse for me than a boss, but that's fine. Yup. Yup. I'll give you 2k, and I'll give you 2k. Like, Basil top deck goes crazy, right? It's Mocha. I think I drop both of these, actually, and I just leader effect after. Actually, do I ever just Mulligan this Robin? Maybe I'll incentivize them and remove this Marco somehow. If I get him to block with this Marco, we're in a really good spot. Because that sucks. But this is really good. And then I can do this. And he has Law this turn, but we have another one of these into a Mulgun, into a Marco, into a leader effect. So I think we're in a fine spot here. Sure. You can rest Lucky Roo. Oh, that's true. He can. Oh, he's not equal to or less life than me. That's funny. This card is a stupid condition that rarely comes up. Games. We'll give Mocha here. Oh, this is a beige. That's really annoying. Yeah. We can still really. We can really. Really's good. I can set up another Law. No, because that doesn't solve my problem. That beige is still on the field, right? So I go -3, -2. We KO. We give this rush. I'm gonna kill this X-Drake while it's rested because this thing's a pest. I don't want to play this card out of life. I guess I swing 8 at him after, and that might give him down to 1. That's probably worth it, I think. Maybe this is a misplay. This might be a misplay. I'm trying to rush the game, I guess, a little bit. Because he can't block this swing, right? So he's taking it. That's good. We have 2 big bodies, and he has 2 relatively small ones at the moment. Unless he has another beige, I think we're in a good spot. If he does, we do just have double Marco in our back pocket, which is good. If he does play another beige, though, I think this selector has to see this one. Life's tough. That's all I can say. Life's tough. Oh, actually, if he kills Law here, we could be in trouble. He's taking his last life for that, though. That's risky, dude. Unless there's a 7-cost Law after. I can just kill him next turn. If he, like, goes all in... Oh, no, I don't even have to kill his Law next turn. He doesn't have a life to give blocker with. He doesn't have a blocker, he just loses. Now, I'm assuming he has a blocker, because obviously if he doesn't have a blocker, he just loses. But, we'll see. He's gonna need 2. He doesn't know that. I do think double Marco next turn. Is he going for game? Oh, is he going for game? No, there's no way. I mean, does it matter what 1K I give him? I probably want my chump blockers more than I want Law. He really was just gonna go for game here, huh? That's kind of crazy to me. Did you run out of sustain? I still feel like you could have gotten another turn. I cannot conceive of a hand this deck could have that wouldn't allow him to go another turn. Yeah, no, he could have gotten another turn. I think this was terrible. He could have played, well, what could he have done? He can play Katakuri and stack this back in. Oh no, because he's put stack this at the bottom of life. And he can play 8 cost kid. Or not 8 cost kid, sorry, 2 cost beige. Why am I talking about 8 cost kid? He can play Katakuri, then he can play beige, and he's fine. And I have to. I don't know, I think we win that long game. Because we can spawn with just like 2 of these or this and Mulga next turn or whatever. Frankly, we're just like in a good spot. And we get the pressure on life. So I think while this was a horrible turn and definitely a misplay, I still do think we win that game overall. Yeah, GG's, let's move on. Alright, here we have Smoker. I'm gonna take first this time just to try out a different curve. Even if I think second's more like quote-unquote optimal. I whiff again? I need to recheck how many targets I have, dude. This Virgo whiffs really often. I thought I had like 20 targets. So I have 4 Sanji. I have 2 Mocha, that's 6. I have 4 Chopper. That's 14. I have 4 Law, and I have like 2, yeah, I have like 20 targets, dude. Why am I constantly whiffing? We're gonna do a search and a draw this turn. Okay, because all our targets are right here. I think we're just getting really unlucky. That's weird. I don't normally get that unlucky. I mean, I guess I normally get exactly that lucky, right? That's how statistics works. But still, tough. He didn't do the restand Dawn thing. Smoker's a pretty aggressive deck, honestly. I'm cool with countering this, but I kind of want all these cards, so I'm going to take. I should have countered this with a Law, but you know, hindsight's 50-50. That's how this fight is. He counters that one. That's interesting. He does this kind of go. I guess he's expecting pudding, maybe, because we're a blue deck, right? That's a lot of swings at me. It's a lot less swings at me. I'll give a Chopper. We'll go Law, and we'll go... this one, because I don't have a choice. Push that doesn't have. Next turn goes pretty crazy for us. We have Law Effect into Beckman Rush. That's correct. We no longer have that. Man. Dang it. 9, 10 into this probably kills it. 9 or 7, 7, 9. 7, 9, 9. Man, I love when my body just fucking dies. I'm gonna do my very best to save this. At the cost of probably most things in my hand. That trigger is probably gonna save me this game, not gonna lie. This is currently a 7k body. I will go... Seven here, -2. Beckman Trash, get Rush. 7 lead. I can go 7 here, but I feel like he's just going to counter anyway, so I feel like, yeah. I get an extra 2k going there. We have Mulgun. Okay, this is not bad. I can handle Mihawk. Oh my god, dude. It's just so free. It's so free. I could counter this swing. I just don't want to, frankly. I need more cards in hand. His own Law is rough. Well, actually, I can deal with this. I can 7 here, -2. -3, -2 KO. Give this rush. This is now 5. We'll go 7 into it. Sure. +3, -2. I need another 2k out of you, bud. I feel like these aggro green decks are really bad matchups for this, because I don't have the space to play Law like I want to. That's really bad. I don't want to counter this, because he just murders my Law. He has really long cards, and this is a really bricky deck, so maybe I can actually go for game next turn. That's fine. That's fine. It becomes a 7k though. That's such an annoying number. What is this? What? Never seen this card before. I probably have, I just don't remember. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen this card before. This is PRB02, yeah. Okay, so I can Rayleigh bring this down to 4, bring this down to 4 or 5, and then, or bring this down to 5, bring this down to 5 and kill this. That's bad. Don't do that, because I can still just kill this. I survived Hody just fine, I think, because I have a ton of counter. I think we do pull this one off, but I do think it's largely because of very lucky triggers, which is not my preferred win con. No. 7. 7. 8. I mostly win that because of Mulgun, which is unfortunate. I'd like a more consistent plan. But I think if I start my early game off with... If I had seen Marco on curve this game, I think this would have gone drastically differently. I also did take my off curve, mostly because I think I've won a lot of dice rolls in this video. Realistically, I should go second here, so that is its own contemplation. But yeah, because I can go Marco into Law, into our curve as normal. I do think going first did hinder me a lot. So the Mulgun triggers helped kind of like cascade against that. But this still felt not terrible. I think once we kind of reached our end game, and he had like one integral misplay, I think, in trying to kill my Law instead of just going for life. I think if he had pushed lethal a bit harder, he could have been in a better position. But I'm also guessing he was really bricky, and that he pushed lethal, or he didn't push lethal because he just lose on the clapback, which I get because I was in a very similar position. Yeah, GG's, and I think we'll move on from here. Alright, so let's talk about the list and, well, how I feel about it in general. I think Punk Vivi is actually quite strong as far as Vivi goes. I think Green Zoro's a really hard matchup, and if you wanted to beat that, you'd have to tech in Red Shanks, which I just don't want to do. I think this 4-cost Marco could also work kind of well, but I think we're getting to a point come PRB02 where Cavendish is just going to be outdated, because the amount of 4-cost and 5-cost removal decks are running for the meta-relevant decks like Tashiki and Sanji Pudding, or you can't let those bodies stick. So I think on curve, Marco's always going to be better. Cavendish has higher potential, and I think there's definitely metas where Cavendish is more suitable, especially in like an anti-removal meta, because while Marco itself is not anti-removal, he benefits more from a removal meta because his effect works on removal rather than just when it's in play. So if decks are not built to remove, he loses value because the decks are not built to play into him, right? Cavendish, or I guess rather Cavendish gains value, and Cavendish is a better card than Marco overall because it draws more cards and it's an actual threat, whereas Marco is mostly just a 4-cost 6k card bank. And maybe I could play more aggressive with it, but you're not getting card draw that way most of the time. Otherwise, the only like annoying part is my Virgo keeps whiffing, and I think it's whiffed twice in this video, which it realistically shouldn't do. I don't know why it's whiffing. It should have a 95+% chance of hitting, I think. I know 16 cards is an 80% chance, and it scales like pretty exponentially. So I'd assume 20 cards is around 90-95%, and it just, I don't know, I feel like I whiffed a lot more than I should have. But moving past that, it does have the issue a lot of Search Your Vivi lists have, where this does not search this, or this, or this, or this, which is really unfortunate. And that's because this, and this, and this, and this are all in different engines. And that will kind of just always be a factor when you think about how to play Shanks. Or not Shanks, sorry, Vivi. Saw Red Hair Pirates. But yeah, overall, this list feels good. I think there's some minor changes I could make, but I think for where I'm at right now, I'm content with this. I think the most relevant tech cards you could run are this KO Shanks. I could see this being relevant if we get more like high-end decks, especially leaning towards like Yellow Enel and Yellow Kid. Like those are real threats, whereas right now we're in a more aggressive meta, or at least something that's perceived to be an aggressive meta. Gum Gum UFO is just incredibly strong and comes up a lot more than I thought it would, and I'm really happy to have it as a 2 of. I don't know if I'd run more. I don't think it's something you're going to pop all the time, but it does give you a nice removal option into basically any rested body, because it just acts as a removal into rested bodies. And the plus 1k is nice too. It doesn't come up that often though. I think this Jozu's mid, to be honest. 6-cost Jozu just isn't that good of a card anymore, but I didn't want to brick in this slot. I didn't know what to put in its place. I don't think there's a lot of good non-brick options for a slot like this. Maybe, I don't even know. Like 5-cost Marco, maybe? Or again, if there was something good in Punk Hazard, you could run Monet in the slot if you really wanted to test it out some more. It wasn't my card, but I could definitely see it being somebody else's. Or if you want to tech for Zoro, you could run Kamakura Jisoshi or Tenley or Igloo in English. Maybe just something like a 5-7 Vanilla, just to drop on curve if you don't see Marco. I think we're past the point where 5-7 Vanilla would be good, but, you know. Beyond that, though, I like it. I think it's between this and Whitebeard Pirates Vivi, and I think this is a little bit stronger. Just a little bit, though. Whitebeard Pirates is still... This list is still pretty strong. But this list is still pretty strong. But sticking to Punk for now, I'm quite happy with it. I want to do some more testing. I'm going to be playing a lot of Vivi during PRB02. So while the sim is... Well, until the sim gets OP12 as a way to actually test, I will be doing a lot of this PRB02 Vivi testing. And also until the ban list comes out, because frankly, I don't want to test my OP12 competitive Shanks deck into pre-ban list PRB02 meta. That sounds really pointless to me. That's also why I don't see a lot of Blue Purple Luffy gameplay in anything I post. I don't expect that deck to last, and I don't want to put gameplay of it on the internet if it's not going to in the first place. But on that note, I do think we're about done. I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you know where to find me. This video is... Actually, this might be This probably gonna be public. This one will probably be public. This one will probably be public. I enjoyed making it. I think it's a decent quality. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.